Being an actor in Hollywood is, at its core, a refined form of voluntary slavery. It's wearing golden chains and calling them destiny. The actor smiles, waves, and gives thanks, while slowly transforming into what the audience wants him to be: a mirage, a reflection without substance. In the beginning, there is hope. That insane flame burning in the eyes of young dreamers arriving in the city with a cheap suitcase and a heart willing to endure any humiliation in the name of glory. They believe talent is enough, that art will save them, that sincerity will be rewarded. But Hollywood, that cold, perfumed lover, is not interested in sincerity. It wants malleable bodies, faces that sell illusions, and voices that can recite lies with real tears. To be an actor here is to learn how to die a little with every role, and call it a career. The city glows like a glass altar, where everyone sacrifices something to be seen. Every corner exhales promises. Every glance hides ulterior motives. There is something almost religious in the devotion of those who wake up believing that today will be the day. The day someone notices them, the day the phone rings, the day life finally begins. But life in Hollywood never begins. It's an endless rehearsal. Auditions pile up like confessions in a temple of false gods. They wait for hours in soulless hallways, practicing smiles in the mirror, rehearsing tears that might someday be useful. And when they finally enter the room, they're greeted by eyes that don't see people, only profit probabilities. "Show us who you are," they say. The actor obeys, transforms, gives himself away, and leaves the room feeling naked, yet invisible. Over time, the actor learns to lie elegantly, to cry in the right tone, to laugh with calculated sparkle, to seem spontaneous under 50 spotlights. Most of all, he learns that too much honesty is dangerous. Truth is a currency no one trades here anymore. Everyone spent theirs long ago. The naive ones believe fame is the reward, but fame in Hollywood is merely the right to be watched as you disintegrate. It's a golden showcase where people display themselves before evaporating. There is a cruel beauty in that spectacle, watching men and women destroy themselves with such grace, such aesthetic devotion. Decay, when illuminated by spotlights, acquires an almost divine charm. On the red carpets, the ground is soft and the smile is mandatory. With every flash, the actor offers a piece of himself. A glance, a gesture, a carefully fabricated story. The interview is a choreographed dance, every answer rehearsed to sound spontaneous. "What's it like to be a star?" they ask. He answers with rehearsed humility, while mentally repeating the name of the next director he must impress. The luxury is so overwhelming that the emptiness becomes invisible. And perhaps that Hollywood greatest triumph, turning the absence of soul into a spectacle of light. Backstage, the glamour evaporates. Private parties smell of expensive perfume mixed with despair. They laugh too loudly, speak too quickly, promise roles that will never exist. Producers hand out compliments like crumbs, and actors collect them with gratitude. Every glass of champagne hides a drop of diluted humiliation. The masks shine brighter than the faces, and no one dares take them off. Emotional nudity is the only unforgivable sin. Outside, fans scream names that no longer belong to people, but to trademarks. To be an actor is to be intellectual property of a hungry, fickle audience. But the supreme irony is loneliness. No stage is as vast as the silence of the dressing room after the lights go out. The mirror returns the real face, tired, tense, stained with makeup that hides nothing anymore. There, between the dust and the reflection, the actor realizes he no longer knows who he is. He's a creature shaped by directors, critics, contracts, subtle surgeries, and carefully measured words. His laughter isn't his own, it belongs to the public. His tears, too. Even pain needs authorization before being displayed. And when he tries to remember why he started all this, he finds only an echo, distant applause that no longer moves him. The audience, of course, loves it. They love the shine and the collapse, the rise and the fall. Hollywood thrives on that sacred cycle, to elevate and then destroy. It's a ritual of aesthetic consumption of human misery. When an actor falls, they call it a tragedy. When he rises again, they call it a comeback. Either way, the crowd applauds, because suffering here is premium entertainment. And there is something almost poetic about watching so many artists beg for authenticity in a place that rewards falseness with golden statues. The Academy, with its veneer of grandeur, is the ultimate temple of this religion of appearance. The acceptance speeches are theatrical performances within the theater, tears timed to perfection, dedications sincere enough to make headlines, and gowns costing more than the salary of those filming the event. And the audience, blinded by brilliance, believes the emotion is real, that talent is everything, that art still breathes beneath the weight of marketing. Perhaps they believe because they must. Because if Hollywood is a lie, then the entire American dream collapses with it. Yet there is a melancholy beauty in the actor who still believes even after knowing all this. The one who faces the mirror and decides to keep pretending, not out of vanity, but out of lack of alternative. Because pretending, after all, is what he does best. It's the only thing the world still allows him to do. When he's on stage, the world applauds. When he steps off, no one recognizes him. The line between performance and existence dissolves, and he begins to live only in the gaps between the roles he plays. Sometimes he tries to escape, to live a normal life, to buy bread without being noticed, to love someone who sees beyond the shine. But the world won't let him. The public demands continuity, and the press is the chorus repeating the refrain, "Who are you when the cameras stop?" The answer, of course, is simple and devastating: no one. Anonymity, once his hell, now seems like an unreachable paradise. The actor begins to envy ordinary faces, the ones who go unnoticed, who don't have to smile to survive. With time, the body too becomes an enemy. The face ages, and Hollywood, like a cruel lover, doesn't forgive wrinkles. Youth is the industry's fuel, and when it runs out, the actor is discarded with the same coldness with which he was once adored. Some reinvent themselves, others vanish, but all, without exception, feel the same void, the fear of no longer being necessary, and there's no applause loud enough to cure that absence. In Los Angeles cafes, you can see former stars with lost eyes trying to convince themselves they're still relevant. They speak of future projects, of promising scripts, of phone calls that will never come. Hollywood is generous in illusion, always offering one last chance, even if only to prolong the suffering. And there's a sublime irony in that, watching brilliant people trapped in a cage made of light. The truth is that an actor sells something he never truly possessed: authenticity. He manufactures it, molds it, rehearses it, and when the public buys it, both sides pretend it's real. It's a symbolic trade of necessary lies. The actor pretends to live, the audience pretends to believe, and thus the spectacle continues. Perhaps that's the true miracle of the industry, turning falsehood into sustenance, illusion into temporary truth. But the price is high. No one leaves Hollywood whole. The city demands subtle sacrifices: time, youth, sanity, all in exchange for a promise that never fully delivers. And even when it does, it carries a metallic taste, like champagne mixed with blood. The actor learns to smile while sinking, to give thanks while being forgotten. And the audience, both compassionate and cruel, watches him die in slow motion, with the same fascination one watches a sunset: beautiful, inevitable, distant. In the end, being an actor in Hollywood is to be both priest and sacrifice in the cult of fame. It is climbing the altar every day to offer oneself in devotion, with a photogenic smile and an exhausted soul. The world calls him a star, but he knows stars only shine because they're dying. And when they finally fade, the sky remains beautiful, just a little emptier. And perhaps, just perhaps, that is the most tragic and elegant fate of all: to disappear while the audience is still applauding. Because in Hollywood, even death requires perfect lighting.